Hi, my name's Daryl. Here's your Jeep news for February 21st. So you're going to notice that I'm not in front of my Jeep like I normally am. I'm currently on vacation and there was some news that came out. So yeah, this comes to you specially from our vacation in Monterey, and I'm at the Monterey Veterans Memorial Park, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So let's go on to our first news story. The first one, I think this came out last night. They're talking about the new Jeep Compass and the fact that Stellantis is reconsidering the drivetrains for this vehicle, as well as possibly maybe where it's manufactured. So, as you know, Stellantis has been really reconsidering strategies. You know, the demand for EVs in North America has really waned, and it seems like most consumers don't really want an EV. Most of them are interested in hybrids or plug-in hybrids. Now, the architecture that supports the new Jeep Compass is the STLA or Stella Medium platform, and it supports multiple powertrains. So it supports a full battery electric EV, which is what they had planned initially to introduce. It also supports hybrid and purely internal combustion engines. And so I think they're just reconsidering the whole thing. You know, we have potential tariffs coming from Canada that Trump has, kind of put on hold for the next 20 days or so. And he also considered 100% tariffs in Canada, really trying to incentivize corporations or auto manufacturers to build in the United States as opposed to Canada or Mexico. So Stellantis is really just reconsidering anything at this point, and I believe they're just kind of putting it on hold just as a wait and see attitude. So they're likely going to extend the model for the Compass in 2025. They reduced the pricing, and I believe they're probably going to just continue that model for the 2026 model year until they can figure out what to do. And I would imagine they're going to kind of tank or stop the EV plan, maybe perhaps have the EVs for some other markets, not necessarily for the United States, but we'll see. So yeah, this is kind of the spy shot of the Compass, and it looked a lot more boxier, and a kind of a lot more streamlined. It was a pretty cool looking vehicle, but yeah, it looks like we're not going to, get too much information about this anytime soon, but we'll see. In my second news story, and this hit last night, and Stellantis or Jeep introduced their new 2025 Wrangler 4xe Backcountry Edition. So this was, I'm not sure why it is that they're coming out with all these special editions on the 4xe. Probably has something to do with how many 4xes they have, and they really want to get rid of them. And maybe this was, kind of Carlos Tavares's idea before he resigned or got fired from Stellantis. But nevertheless, we have this new special edition Backcountry, and some of the things that come on this edition, this is kind of what it looks like. So it has very much some of the features and equipment that are on a Rubicon. So you've got your Rubicon front and rear steel bumpers, you have rock rails, you have this little loop guard for some lights, or to protect the bumper, and you also have these all-terrain tires, but they're mounted on 20-inch wheels. So I mean, if you're really trying to make kind of like a backcountry or off-road edition that's a Sahara, why would you put 20-inch wheels on it? That doesn't make any sense to me. You also have the trail cam, the trailer tow package, which is nice, and you also have the power box. Now, if you don't know what this power box is, it's one of the great additions to the 4xe. So it allows you to plug this box or this cable into the charge port, and then you get 420 volt outlets from this this charge box or this power box. And so if you're going to go camping, I think it's something in the range of 4,000 watts power or something like that. Some really good amount where you can power a lot of things. So that's one of the really nice things about the 4xe that I really like. I mean, I like the drivetrain. We've just had a bunch of recalls, and the power box that's available. I was hoping for something like that. I'm hoping that they also make that available on the Grand Cherokee 4xe, or basically any 4xe models have that power box available. But for me, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The price of the vehicle is, the list price of it is $64,290, and the list price on a Rubicon 4xe is like $61,000. And so if you really want to go off-roading, you know, just get the Rubicon. Why would you get a Sahara? I mean, I understand maybe, you know, the Sahara's more of the mall crawler and you may want to have the looks of, you know, the Rubicon, but yeah, it doesn't seem like a great idea to me. I'm not sure who their target audience is for this vehicle, but nevertheless, I guess it's nice that they're, you know, trying something a little different, and they're making about 5,800 units for North America. So if you are interested, yeah, get a hold of your Jeep dealer right away. And in my final story, and this one's really exciting. So Mopar insiders came up with, they're constantly looking at the patent office and to see what kind of patents are coming out for Jeep and Jeep Wranglers, and they noticed something recently where they applied for a patent and rewarded a patent for a wind deflector, multiple wind deflectors. So we all know that Jeeps, the great thing about a Jeep Wrangler is that, you know, kind of outdoor open air experience. But the problem is once you get past about 35 miles an hour, it gets really windy. So if you take your top off and you take your doors off and you have your windows down, yeah, it'll make you have a bad hair day for sure. So if you look at this design, so they've got basically these wind deflectors that replace, so when you take off the doors, you can put the wind deflectors in place, and they have kind of an open and closed position. So when it's closed, it's kind of flat with the body panel, and so it's very streamlined, and it just kind of, I don't think it does much to protect you from the wind. But when it's in its open position, it deflects the wind away from the driver and the passengers. And so, yeah, that's really exciting. Now, they don't only have it for the door, they also have it right here, right above the side view mirror. And so it also deflects that wind coming to your face and hitting you kind of on the ear and the side of your face. And so that's pretty exciting. Now, I do notice one of the things that happens with the Jeep Wrangler is a lot of times you get wind coming from the back. And so I don't see anything, you know, kind of for the back area that's gonna kind of stop that rebound effect. But perhaps this is gonna do enough of a job that's really gonna protect you from the wind and make that open air experience perhaps just a little bit more enjoyable. So this is Daryl with your Jeep News, and I hope to see you in the next one again very soon.